Alright, super good. Now let's start here with the light brown yarn and we will prepare the ears. So again with the magic ring, but this time you will work 3 single crochet inside the magic ring. Three. Now let's close this. And let's crochet the second round. Here for the second round you will work 3 increases, so you should have a total of 6 stitches at the end of this round. This can be a little bit tough because it's very small, but it looks very nice, the shape at the end. I'm sorry, my screen is blinking. This means that my lights are losing the power. I need to change. I will change before continuing for next round. Let me just finish this. Okay, you see again curling to the outside, so let's just organize this bit. And move on now with better lights. And working our round number 3, you will work 1 single crochet, 1 increase. You will repeat for 3 times, and you should have 9 stitches at the end of this round. Okay, let's go slow here. It's a small detail, so I like you to see how I hold, how is the position, how it looks like, because I think as small as the detail is, a little bit tougher is to crochet. Alright, this is how it should be looking like. Now let's move on for the next round. So for round number 4, you will work 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 3 times, and you should have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. Great. So here you can see. Very nice. Now for round number 5, you will work 12 single crochet. Easy peasy. So just work your 12 single crochet here. Alright, so this is how it should be looking like at the end of round number 5. And now we work for round number 6. We will make 6 decreases, so you should have total of 6 stitches at the end of this round. So 1 decrease after another, right? Just decreases here. And you should have 6 stitches at the end. So go slow, make it nice. So you'll have 6 stitches at the end. Very nice. Now you will work 1 row only with single crochet. So for round number 7, you will make 6 single crochet. Here pay attention, go slow. It's a very small detail and you just make the decreases, so maybe it's a little bit hard for you to find the stitches, but with patience you can find it. And I will leave this showing to you all my 6 stitches. Great, so this is the end of the ears. Now let's cut this beginning of the tail here. You can cut it with no problem. We already secured this yarn in the beginning of the detail. And cut this yarn, leaving a small tail for sewing later in the reindeer. Alright? Now you should make another one following the same instructions for this. Right? Great, super good. Now we will do the snout. Okay, so for here we start with a slip knot and you will chain 5. Okay, so here we begin a little bit different. You will work 5 chains here. Okay, so we have here 4 and 5. You skip the first chain and start working on the second chain. Okay, so here you'll start with 3 single crochet. Once you reach the last chain, you will work 4 single crochet in that same chain, and then you continue the pattern. I will leave this showing here exactly how you work the first round. Okay, so here I arrive in my last chain. I'm working my 4 single crochet inside this last chain, and we are turning the detail, you see? Okay, so now you will work 2 single crochet. So one here inside this chain and another one here inside this other chain, and then you will work 3 single crochet in the last chain, right? Here you should have a total of 12 stitches at the end of this round. All right, that's super good, and I suggest you to count how many stitches you have here just to make sure that you have the correct amount of stitches. Okay, now I will add my stitch marker here. I will use just a piece of a different color yarn before moving for our second round. Okay, for the second round you will work 1 increase, 3 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, and you repeat this for 2 times. At the end of this round you should have 16 stitches. I'm here in 1 single crochet, and now I repeat again. 1 increase, 3 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet. Alright, this is super good. This is how it should be looking like. You see some small holes here. If that happened, you can use this tail later on. So you just insert inside and you close all of those open stitches so you don't have any see-through in the snout. Okay? Now for round number 3, you will work 16 single crochet. So just make 6 single crochet all around here, and this will be our last round for this snout. All right. Super good. Now we'll start assembling this reindeer, and we'll start with the legs. Okay. So for a starter here, we will add a little bit of stuffing material in the legs, so we have a more firm legs. Just a little bit, it's enough. Okay, that's very nice. And then you see here, at the bottom part, in the central part, you see the central here, we will crochet the 4 legs around here, the central part. Okay, so I will use pins to fasten my detail here, so it helps me while I'm sewing, so nothing moves around. So I will add this here, and I'll add all the 4, so I know exactly the position of all of them. Okay, this is looking very nice. Now let's add the other ones and prepare for sewing it. Here. So, what's gonna happen here is you take 1 stitch from the ball and 1 stitch from the leg. Okay? 1 stitch here from the leg. And that's it. This is very simple. This is how you do. So you have 12 stitches in the leg, in each of the leg, right? So you should make this process 12 times, taking every single stitch of the leg. This is very important. Don't skip and try to make the best for you to see where are all those stitches. Alright, this is super good. You can see here the beginning. And now let's move on to sew the rest of the pieces. So here I add the ears. You see in the central part here between the legs, and it's all straight. The exact position in which round I sew this, it's in the written pattern. You can find it in the description below. You can see the exact position where I'm sewing everything. But here I just want to show you how I add my details, and I go sewing while those details are there, because I want to make sure that everything is symmetrical, it's on the way that it's where it's supposed to be. So here, same thing. You have 6 stitches from the ear, so you will sew with 6 stitches from the body. Alright, this is super good. Now I did the same with the snout. I add the snout with some pins. Also the exact position where I'm sewing the snout you can find in the written pattern. Here I just go with where I think is symmetrical to me, where it looks nice to me. You can do that also. You don't need to find the exact location. You can use where you think it's better. And one more time you take 1 stitch from the body, 1 stitch from the detail. Okay, this is super good. Now here I put some pins to fake the eye, because I like to embroider the eyes of the reindeer. If you're using safety eyes, you can check in the written pattern the exact position where I add the eyes. But here in the case, for you to embroider the eyes, you just go making straight lines, taking the length of 1 stitch. Okay, this is a very simple process, and this is how I make all the eyes of my amigurumi. I always embroider them instead of using the safety eyes. This is my choice. I like better to work like this. But if you're working with the safety eyes, there is the exact position there in the written pattern. You can check there, so you can add while you are still crocheting this, the body of the reindeer. Okay, this is super good. Look at this. Now we will start adding the reindeer nose. So for this we will work a fast detail here. You will start with a magic ring. And you will crochet 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. Okay, so you pull this tight and we'll start working the next rounds here. What you're gonna do is you will crochet for round number 2 and 3 6 single crochet. Okay, so here I will stop very fast just to secure this yarn. So I just make the first stitch so I can secure this yarn and make sure that it's not going to unravel. Doing this later, as I told you in the when we were crocheting the horns, is a little bit more complicated, so I like to do it now. So here you will work 2 more rounds only with the single crochet. All right, I will keep this recording. I will show you how I make these 2 next rounds because the detail is small and I want to show you pretty well how it's done. And again, you can see here already that the stitches are curling to the outside, and we will stop soon when we finish this round to organize these stitches to the outside, so we are not crocheting with the wrong side facing out. Now this. Okay, so now all of our stitches are out. And we'll work 1 more round because here we have to work for 3 rounds, right? Super good, we are done with this. Now we can cut very tight here this yarn and cut it here to leave a tail for closing this tiny little ball. Alright, and now we will close this detail like we close any other toy. So we'll just grab the front loop of the stitches, okay? So we have 6 stitches here. We will grab 6 front loop, okay? Once you grab all the 6 stitches, you pull it tight and you just fasten this off. Great, so for this detail we will cut this yarn very close, you see, and we have one tiny little red ball here. You can make one that you leave the tail instead of cutting it, because this one we will sew in the reindeer snout, so you have the Rudolph, the red nose. And for these little balls you make from other colors, so you make 3 of each colors, okay? So you have this nice detail. Here now we will sew the red detail in the reindeer nose. It's very simple, you just sew it on the tip of the snout here. This is looking very pretty. Let's hide this red yarn, and that's it. This little Rudolph reindeer is ready, but we want to add a little bit of Christmas lights on its horn. So here what we're gonna do, we take this black thread is the same one that you use for embroidering the eyes, if you did embroider the eyes. And you will insert all of these bubbles inside of this thread. Alright, now you will just roll over here in a way that you think it's nice. I will do it like this because I think it gives a nice mix. And you can see that the bubbles are loose inside, so you can move them and organize the way you want, and it will be loose like this. What you're gonna do is these two threads, you make a knot here and you hide it inside of the toy, okay? So this is how it should be looking like. Now we'll add a little bit of a tail, just one small tail. So you take two small pieces of light brown color yarn and you attach it here in the center part of the reindeer, on the back of the reindeer. Again, the exact location is in the written pattern. And here, okay, I'll continue working here with my hands because all of this yarn, it's very thick for my needle. So let's do it here with hands. And great, and that's it. Let's pull this tight and cut in some reasonable size here for this little chubby reindeer. Okay, this is great. Super good. That's looking very cute. Nice. Your reindeer is ready. If you want, you can attach a little bit of yarn here to hang in the tree. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this pattern and I see you in the next time. Bye.